Hi guys, Luís here, estate agent in Central Portugal. Today we are in Lardosa, which is a village between the Gardunha mountain and Castelo Branco. Big village with all amenities and services that you may need. And we're going to see a 3.5 hectare property. It's a farm with two buildings, a garage and an old building in stone, quite beautiful, registered as urban. We will find 3 wells for water, over 300 olive trees, besides dozens of fruit trees and much more. So come along with me, let's check it out. And let's start by our access, which is a dirt track, this one just in front of us, for 550 meters. Amazing condition, so any vehicle, I even brought my city car, any vehicle can easily reach the property. This is a neighbor and our property starts at this landmark. We do have the old stone wall, better shape here and there, but it's a process or a project that you can upgrade along the time. And our property again starts on our right side. So 550 meters for any vehicle, even campers or RVs can reach the property quite easily. And we will even find two at the property. As I told you, we will find abundant trees. It's a well-populated property. Besides an open field, okay, this one and yet another one at our right side, where you can make your crops or eventually use his pasture or grazing land for any animals you may need. Ideal for horses also. It's quite plain, the property, so not a lot of angle on it. And we will find two buildings. The garage just in front of us, we will go there, and our urban just there at the end, a little bit more into the property with a little bit more privacy, of course. So virtually almost all of it is walled up and fenced, and of course we have some brambles which usually are not plowed and they grow a little bit along the wall, but if you can and if you want to, go ahead and put the wall back again, showing. So this is our main entry to the property. We do have a second one, which it's not used on the other side. We will be there on the inside of the property, but this is our entry to the property. As I told you, quite easy, no problem at all. On our left side, we have a more recent plantation of olive trees. We have 17 rows by 10 just here on this side. And all of it with drip irrigation. I'll show you where the lines are. It's quite a good system. And on this right side, more mature one, we call it traditional olive grove. And the water supply that is being used is from that well over there, out of the tree that we will find on the property. It's a well-known region for a good amount of water, so no issues there. And even at the end, that small woodland, it's part of the property. I would say that we have around 1,000 to 2,000 square meters with that part over there, which creates like a barrier, okay, it gives you also some privacy. And by the way, where you see this trench here, it's more or less leveled, is where the irrigation system is buried already, which comes from the well with an adjacent tank for irrigation. We have a T there, so we have a water tap there, and it's buried, okay, along the road, and then it splits right and left for you to do the irrigation on all of this area. So just on this side, we have 170 olive trees. I've been counting them, and I reached 300, and I stopped. So yeah, around 300, a little bit more even. Okay, so this first building, the garage, it has a modern roof on it, so you don't need to do nothing in regards to the structure, even walls outside, everything is plastered. Inside, of course, it can be used as a garage or it can be finished the way you want, of course. And this is it. The roof is in metal framing and with terracotta tiles on top. This is just a small wall that can be knocked down if you want to reconvert this into whatever you may need. This is another entry to the back of the garage. So we have all of this space. I will put the measurements on the description of the video. We have a good height also over there, and even more, of course, there on the middle. So at the moment it's a garage. And I would say that this is the parking space. Of course, you can park wherever you want. This is just what's being used at the moment. And I will help you along with the drone along the video so you can have a better sense of the distribution of the land. We have a big slab here, leveled. I think this was made on 1969, probably to put some hay or some grain to dry over the sun, but of course, in the meantime, a swimming pool was installed here. And this is more or less a highest point. The property is indeed more or less flat, but we do have a little bit of elevation here at this point, which we have quite a good view around, even to the Gardunha mountain. By the way, let me show you, which is just there. Okay, it's a 10-minute drive to there. Besides the Marateca Dam, it's a 5 minutes drive where you can fish, you can swim, you can use paddles, so quite good location. We will find abundant fruit trees between figs, apples, pears, oranges, a lot, okay? I'm trying to show you just the outside of the garage, which is quite a good building. Good condition. I see no structural damages at all. And this is the entry on the back. We will come back again to this well. Let me explain you that these two campers or caravans are not included in the deal. Okay, so whomever wants to buy the property, this may or may not stay. So any negotiation in regards to these two will have to be done aside the property. But let me give you just a little peek on the inside. It was quite a good surprise, by the way. Okay, I've never been inside one, and there you have everything. You have the kitchen, you have the bathroom on the left, you have the bedroom at the end. Yeah, quite a good surprise for me, let me tell you. And as you can imagine, I don't sell vehicles, okay? I do sell properties alone, but yeah, these can be negotiated aside the property. Both this and this one. This one seems a little bit older than the first one. They came from the UK, by the way. And yeah, bathroom on the right, a double bed here, and yeah, sofa, kitchen area. Yeah, quite amazing. Couple of solar panels at the top, and while you refurbish the buildings, yeah, it could be used. Has a house for the time being. So yeah, quite nice if you need them. Okay, but of course we are selling the property. If the campers go with it, very well. If not, don't worry, they will be removed. The swimming pool, this one will stay. Okay, it doesn't make any sense to disassemble this and take it, which the supply for water comes from that well over there, which we will try to take a look at it. I don't want to be too much close to it because there are a lot of bees. Okay, I've been stung before, I'm not allergic, but yeah, if I can avoid it, very well. So we have a tank for irrigation or a small plunge pool. Basically, this being in a highest point, you can irrigate whatever veggie garden you have on a lower area. And the well, let's see if I can reach it slowly. Yeah, it's morning still, so probably they are not that much active. Biggest well I've seen, it's quite massive, okay? And by the way, just to orientate yourselves, this is our entry, the one we walked to enter on the property. And these are those traditional olive groves, mature, big, producing, which require, of course, maintenance once a year to prune them. Other than that, you just need to make the harvest. November, around that, November, December. It's always busy moments around these small villages. You'll see our neighbors, which mainly it's what you will see in regards to neighbors. One or two live nearby. Other than that, these are farming lands. Okay, let's continue on. So we started the video just on this corner, on the outside, of course. For example, this cork tree is the neighbor's cork tree, which the bark was harvested already this year. You can see by the color, kind of an orange. So we have our landmark, our wall into the access road, this one. And it's now a straight line, and we will walk around the property. Again, we enter just there. We went beside the well where we have the garage and the caravans. We will see an amazing vineyard over there, also with drip irrigation, the newer one, because we have the older one already. So quite nice. And then an open field here, and we will see yet another big one just in front of us. But I need to come here to show you the second well. And oranges, we passed by 2 or 3 already. We have some corks, not many. These ones, for example, they never harvested, so we call this a virgin cork tree. Yet another one, yet another one. So we do have a couple of them around the property. It can bring you some money every 9 years. So this is our line, but here we find the second well. Not in use at the moment, because the big one gives them enough supply for what they need. But I've asked this part to be clear just for us to have access to it. So it's an oldie in stone and almost full. I would say that it has beneath the ground floor 1.5 meters. And then the depth we don't know of water. This is the old system that a donkey used to turn around the well, and then some buckets would take water out of the well. To do what? To irrigate all of this field. That's our line. This is a terrace here, so I would say that we have between 0.5 meter and 1 meter in height between one terrace and the other one. And we will find on this line loads of fruit trees also. For example, here we have apples. Where they are, there you go. We have figs, we have some more vines, besides the big vineyard, of course. And the other entry, which is not in use at the moment. I will show you where it is. And they allowed even some brambles to grow, just to close it, which makes the separation with the neighbor. But from here we can see the gate even, which is just there, okay? So there's a public path till there, so if you want, I don't know, if you need to come here and use this access, very well. All of this triangle is yours. It's a good plantation of brambles, okay? There you go. And then it makes a straight line, and this is a ditch which takes the exceeding waters along the winter, which makes the limit of the property. Here we find a massive pear tree. Okay, give it a couple of weeks, they will grow more. And we have all of this field till the very end, where the creek or the brook or the ditch continues on, and then we have a fence going up. But we will walk this way because I need to show you the house, which is here, and then we will go back again to that part. But just for you to understand that you have a big space for pasture. I believe it's ideal for horses, sheep, whatever animals you intend, if any at all. Of course, you can do whatever you want on it. Now let's take a look at the urban. 1944, by the way, so it's exempt of license, where we find the third well. Just to locate ourselves, we went up to this terrace, where we will find some more olive trees and the fence at the end. And where we find the third well in stone, with the same structure to remove water. Not in working conditions, no more. These are more decorative than anything else nowadays. And like this. So in regards to water, the property itself, it can self-sustain itself. And then we have our urban. On the side, there's a chicken coop. This was an addition done later on. You can even see the bricks. And then you have the oldie, the stone building. Just here, let me show you the inside. Some tiles need to be fixed because the storm that we had in, I think it was February, flew away with some tiles. So structure similar to the garage is still structure, still beams, and then terracotta tiles on top. This part is cemented, and we have another room on this side, which the key, by the way, disappeared. We can't open it, but from the outside you can have an idea of the size of it. Okay, so good space. When coming outside, we have an old stone table, our well, and yet another tank or water deposit, a small bench in stone, quite beautiful. And this room, we tried to open it, but yeah, I need to bring other machinery to knock that lock. So all of this, it's the urban, and this part, all of it is in stone. Quite beautiful buildings, quite private from the road, one cannot even see it. And yeah, from here you can have an idea of the structure of it. Besides the addition of the chicken coop made in brick, all of the rest is in stone. And while we are here, let me show you that we do have a car access coming from where I left the car through here. Okay, so easy access throughout the property. Let me just show you this water tank. Quite amazing, in stone. This is not brick, so this is old, which basically that platform, when rolling with the buckets, would bring water to here. A pipe was here, entering there, and would fill this. Go ahead, put it to work. It's quite something always. And here we find also mature olive trees. It's a big olive grove, a couple of big orange trees also. This one also. We have more figs, more apples. We do have a lot of those. So this is an apple. There we go. This is a fig. We have 6 or 7 of them. And another apple. This one is completely packed. So they are happy here, that's for sure. Another fig just there. And the massive and beautiful olive trees. I just want to lead you till the fence so we can turn left. We still have the vineyard to take a look at. Another fig tree. And in that lower field with no trees, if we would have continued on in front, we would reach just there, and then it's fenced to the neighbor. This neighbor does not live here. Basically, he has his veggie garden. He comes to attend it, of course, and some sheep, which are not here today, but I was told that yeah, he has some sheep. Easy to maintain, ideally with the tractor. If you don't want one, there are always neighbors around which will do the work for you with the due payment, as you can imagine. Let me see this tree here. I think it's a pear tree. My colleague Philip took one. Yeah, this is a massive one. So beautiful pear tree, just there. Good health. She's happy there for sure. And our fence makes a straight line to the limit of the property, passing alongside the vineyard, and it will reach the dirt track, because we entered somewhere there, but then it turns right, another secondary road, and this limit reaches just there. So we have some old vines in rows, of course. It's quite a good extent of it. These ones were done more recently, of course, and these ones do have drip irrigation, but only the new ones, not all of them. And let me show you, by the way, how they are. And the painter, we say this in Portugal, the painter is passing by, because some of them are already changing color. I tasted a couple, by the way. So if you don't want to make wine, which of course you can, but you can of course eat it. We usually call it, another apple, we usually call it, we have table grapes and wine grapes, but of course all of them can be eaten. So this part we will not see it, I will show it just with the drone, because it's a more woodland than anything else, like 1,000 or 2,000 square meters to the limit of the property. So let us cut just here. Another apple, another apple. There's abundant apples on the property. Our urban, just there. The vineyard, it's a big one. Another massive apple. And listen, these apples, these trees, they are not even heavy irrigation, they are not irrigated. We have another pear tree just here, and here it's a trench where the irrigation system is buried onto the well. So we have the lines that I showed you to the olive trees on that other side, the olive grove. Then another one comes here and it's buried. The trench is still there, and then makes the lines for the rows which indeed have irrigation. Let me show you. These ones are mature ones already, they are not irrigated. Yeah, but these more recent ones, I believe you can see the lines here. These do have irrigation, drip irrigation, I believe this is the term. And that road, that access that I showed you to our urban. Another olive grove, the vineyard, which does continue on this side. Another 3 or 4 fruit trees on this side, plus a number of ones over there. So yeah, it's well populated with trees, it's always quite nice. Instead of starting a project from zero, yeah, you can come, you can pick your own fruit trees already. And of course you can plant whatever others you may like or want. Virtually in Portugal, because of our Mediterranean weather, we can have almost all trees, okay? So once we have water in this amazing sun, yeah, we are good to go. And this is the main line, okay, the irrigation, which then comes there and then diverges left and right. And even these rows of fruit trees have their own drip irrigation. Let me take care of the sun, there you go. These are peaches, okay, quite nice. Initially I thought they were cherries, which you can plant, of course. And I don't know if we have another one over there. This is, whoa, what's this one? Help me, I can't remember the name, okay? But tasty ones, these ones. We have them yellows, reds, like this one. Good ones. And we reach this more, I would say, homey area. In here, it doesn't seem like it, because not all of them are evergreen. This is an orchard. All of it with drip irrigation. We have, I believe it's a peach, yeah, just there, and other ones there at the end, touching that woodland. And then we reach our initial olive grove and back again to our entry. And this is it, guys. Well located, amazing access. One can even walk to the village, Lardosa, where you will find virtually everything. Pharmacy, restaurants, mini markets, post office, those normal things that indeed are quite easy, quite helpful along your daily life. We are almost at the highway, the A23, and on the other side we have that big dam that many of you already know, which is the Marateca Dam, where you can go and cool down during the summer or do some fishing if you like to. So well located, two buildings, the RVs, no, the campers can be negotiated, abundant fruit trees, almost walled up, so I see this as an amazing property. So as always, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I keep on posting new properties up for sale. So see you next time. Bye bye, cheers.